So today, basically what we're going to do is we're going to be doing some splash photography, and for that we need to freeze the image. So there's obviously two ways in camera you can freeze the image. You can freeze the image with your shutter speed, or you can freeze the image with flash. Now a shutter speed varies from anything up to 1/8000, which is very, very high. Problem with that is you darken the image a hell of a lot because you're increasing your shutter speed so high. But with flash you can actually go up to 1/20000 if you use the lowest bracket, which is what the Yongnuo 564s do, which is what we're using. So today we've got the Canon 70D set up on my tripod in a portrait format, and we've got our ISO on 500 because we need to bring in some light. We're going to turn the light off. We've got our aperture at 13 only because we're so close to the subject and we need the depth of field to capture the whole flash and the depth of the scene. So we've got the aperture up to 13. We've got our shutter speed on as high as it'll go at 250 because if there is any ambient light, the shutter speed needs to freeze the ambient light that's coming in. And then the flash duration will capture the splash and all of the other detail, and that's at 1/128, which is, sorry, it's at 128, which is 1/20 thousandths of a second. So that is really, really going to freeze the image. So we've got two flashes set up. We've got one in a softbox, adding a bit of fill. We would usually flash this from behind, but because we're shooting whiskey, we didn't really want the white background. We thought whiskey suits better with a black background, and I'd usually shoot for a screen. So in this case, we're not. We're shooting from side to side. And then we have the third flash here, and if you come round, you can see that both flashes are set up at 50mm at 1/128. So that gives us our shortest flat duration possible. And obviously they've been triggered by the trigger on the camera. So one other crucial thing that's needed for this type of photography is a release shutter remote. Whether that's hardwired into the camera like this one is, or whether you're using an IR remote, you do need that because you're going to drop the ice cube in, and you need to be able to catch the camera without actually using the button on the actual camera itself. Because if you use the button on the camera itself, you're actually introducing shake into the scene, and we're trying to take away any possible movement. So we don't want to add shake when we're trying to remove the movement. Now we're going to give this a few attempts with this. So let's see how it goes.
You can call me stupid, yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I